Hello again, and welcome to another video. But on day 3, the video started to receive some nasty comments harassing me, calling my video a hit piece on Ian Levine, even though all criticism was levied at the AI reconstructions of the missing Doctor Who episodes. When I first saw this comment from Ian on the video, I immediately thought of the scene from the 12th Doctor episode Flatline.
I'm the Doctor, and I name you the Boneless.
He probably thought he was like that making that comment, but he was more like,
Where am I? Who am I? And who are you? The Rani! Stay back!
This is idiotic. You'll injure yourself.
Why should you care?
I know I'm using a lot of clips from Doctor Who already, but it helps to put my mind somewhere else when getting terrible comments from a group of people dedicated to being the worst Whovians in the fandom. The biggest thing that shocked me from this ordeal is when I messaged Ian on Facebook to get him to stop sending people from his private Facebook group to harass me in the comments of my video, and instead of being level-headed, he told me to go fuck myself and to go kill myself. I didn't expect a 71-year-old to tell me to kill myself. I'm still shocked about it a week later. A lot of the comments on the video seem to take my mentioning of K9 and Company and Doctor in Distress as making fun of Ian, but that could be further from the truth. While both of these are generally disliked by Doctor Who fans, including Ian himself, they were included because they were contributions to the greater Whoniverse that Ian played a part in. Hey guys, Brian here in the future. During the editing of this video, I realized that I didn't explain the jokes about the K9 and Company and Doctor in Distress bits of the videos from the first video. Actually, it's not jokes about both. One was a joke about K9 Company. The other was just stating facts about Doctor in Distress. For the first part of the joke, I got some of the inspiration for the joke for the K9 Company stuff from the comments, like this one from Jampox101. All I got from the intro is that K9 knows how to say his name and that Sarah Jane is an alcoholic. Or from Tenacious3911, judging from the title sequence alone, it's about Sarah's midlife crisis where she became an alcoholic and drives around the countryside in search of more booze with K9 in tow to detect establishments that serve alcohol. Those were jokes, obviously. I don't know why people didn't understand that, because that's literally what's happening in the opening. K9 knows how to say his name. And Sarah Jane drinks wine and drives around the country. Look at that. Drinking that glass of wine and then goes off and drives through the countryside. What did I tell you? People took that as insulting Ian for some reason, but that's literally what happens in the opening. As for Doctor in Distress, all the stuff was taken from the Wikipedia article. Doctor in Distress was written by Ian Levine. It was produced by Ian Levine, and Fiatra. It's an Irish name, so I apologize. Fiatra Trench. They both collaborated on the K9 and Company thing, so they're both connected in more ways than I remembered. But like, Doctor in Distress was this whole single that Ian put together at the behest of John Nathan Turner, who was the showrunner at the time for Doctor Who, and they were trying to get the BBC to renew Doctor Who and to get it off its 18-month hiatus back in 1985. People seem to think, like, anytime you bring up Doctor in Distress for whatever reason, it's an insult to Ian because Ian hates the song. Honestly, I mean, a lot of people did hate the song. When it was released back in 1985, it was universally panned, which was stated right here in the article, and it failed to chart in the UK. And where I said the BBC refused to play it because it was of poor quality, that's also true. You could find in the Sixth Doctor Handbook, right there. It literally says that in the book. It was an absolute balls-up fiasco. It was pathetic and bad and stupid. It tried to tell Doctor Who history in a hopeful, high-energy song. It almost ruined me. Ian, you're the one who wrote it. You could have made it better. I don't know why you didn't... He's literally listed as the songwriter, along with Fiatra Trench. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's the explanation that I had for this. I went into somewhat of a tangent, but I'm sorry. Let's get back to the video. Why don't we? Another thing that a lot of people seem to comment on is that I'm just a petulant troll who's spitting out my dummy, which I learned means having a tantrum, and that I shouldn't be saying anything bad about Ian's creations. To that I say, no art is free from criticism. Ian, being a music producer, should know that. I'm sure not every song or album he's produced is a #1 hit. As mentioned in my previous video, Doctor in Distress wasn't a hit in the UK and has more or less become a cult song in the Doctor Who community. My opinion on the AI reconstruction still hasn't changed at all. They are still sloppy, in the uncanny valley, and extremely unethical. What I mean by unethical is that Ian and his animation crew are basically puppeting dead actors and using BBC property by using the audio and telesnaps and charging people to be in a Facebook group where he posts the reconstructions. He's also taken people's free green screen footage to use for his animations. While the footage is free to use, the execution in which it is implemented is extremely poor, making the characters walk like robots instead of actual people. I still don't understand how a person with teams of people does such sloppy work when a single person is able to make an animation that is more fluid and natural.
Stop these arguments, both of you. I've had enough. I've every confidence in this. He has carte blanche for the Daleks from now on. But... leave me alone!
It seems Ian hasn't taken my advice at all when it comes to what I said last video on how he should be going back to his proper animations instead of these AI abominations. So much stuff I even learned throughout the process of making just this video. One thing I learned is he outsources his animations to Bangladesh, and right now he's getting really mad about not getting his animations because Bangladesh is going through some civil unrest right now with the quota reform, and hundreds of people have died already, and all Ian could worry about was his animations not being able to get sent over to him because the internet is basically shut off right now, so he can't get any of his crappy AI abominations from Bangladesh. Another thing, he said that trying to turn the Doctor Who fandom into a fascist state. Not even joking. He legitimately said this, and I don't know what to say. I'm just a silly little guy. I'm just a silly little guy with a video. I wouldn't want to try to turn the Doctor Who fandom into a fascist state. I don't know what delusions that Ian has in his head. Like, I never said anything bad about him, but I don't think he's well. I don't think he's mentally well at all, and that's kind of sad to me. This man from Blackpool just doesn't want to take criticism at all. It's sad. I'm just trying to make videos criticizing his terrible animations, and all he's taking is that it's an attack on him, and that I'm slandering him, and that it's venomous. I'm a petulant troll who's gotta spit out my dummy. Well, he's the one who's spitting out his dummy right now. He's the one throwing the tantrum. I don't understand Ian. He's a man child. The guy is 71 years old and he still acts like this. It's crazy. But the video is over now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll probably make another video if he decides to continually attack me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this video, because the Doctor Who fandom shouldn't be toxic like this. Do not be like Ian. Be like the other positive influences in the Doctor Who community. Be like Josh Snares. Be like Mr. TARDIS. Be like a lot of other people that are not nerdrotic bullstrick. Do not be like Ian Levine. Do not be these right-wing grifters who are just trying to say that everything is terrible and that people shouldn't be watching Doctor Who. Doctor Who is for everyone. It's not for a certain group of people. It's for everyone. And Ian Levine shouldn't be dictating between true fans and people who love this. There is no true fan in Doctor Who. Everyone can be a fan of Doctor Who. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.